Greetings, welcome back to Pink Odd Bird. Today I'm here with some digitals from TaylorMadeJournals, and she sent me these really cute vintage Christmas photos, and I thought that I would do a little bit of craft with me on this video with you guys. So I have a bunch of offcuts, I guess, from different things that I print out and I use when I'm crafting. So I have all these like weird shapes, and I'm just going to use these today to make some ephemera. A lot of these pieces are actually copyweight paper, but it's like a heavyweight paper. So in some of these cases, doubling the pages over like this really adds a lot of strength to them. And then I'm going to also do some more layering on top of that. So in the end, we end up with tags and other things that are really sturdy. On these images that I've printed out here, I've only printed out 2 sheets, but there are several. I want to say there's 6 sheets. There's so many to choose from, and they're all super cute. They're either like sepia toned or black and white, or have little hints of red or green or pink even, and they can go with a really big variety of different Christmas things. And while I was editing this video, I was kind of thinking how fun it would be to actually make Christmas cards with these images, and so I'll link down to TaylorMadeJournals in the description box below, so if you want to check her out, please do. So I'm just distressing here and cutting off little snips to make some tag toppers, I guess. But in the end, this tag is really cute. I've stitched around the tag in the image, and it's really sturdy. So I'm gonna move on to digging into this pile some more. And I wasn't really minding that a lot of these pages were just plain white, but in here we'll do a little bit of coloring if that's something that you want to do as well. But this is just a good way to get these pieces used up, because you can coffee stain these and use them in different ways in your books, but you can also make some pretty cool ephemera out of them. And as a lot of you know already, I am taking a little intermission here to make this video because I have a really big project that I'm working on with several books that I have to get out, and I'm hoping that I will have all those done sometime soon, but it's probably going to take me to the end of the year for sure. But I do want to let you all know that I haven't forgotten about the prompts. You guys all let me know how much you really enjoyed my prompts from October and my style of prompts. So I have a plan in place that we will probably start. I was thinking we could start in December, but I think it might be better to start in January. So probably in December I'll be coming back with more details on how that's going to go for next year. So here all I'm doing is taking some of my tattered angels and distress inks and distress stains and kind of grunging these pages up, and the colors look really bold and stark, and that's okay because I want these, we're going to layer some sewing pattern paper over, so I want them to kind of be subtle underneath this paper, and I think it looks really cute like in person when you see how it looks. And I'm just choosing to glue this on, but if you wanted to, you could come back and decoupage, and you might actually even see these colors through the paper even more if you chose to do it that way. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of collaging on these pieces here, and since there are several layers, they still come out to be really sturdy, even with the single layer of the copy sheet underneath. After all the layering and collaging that we've done, they're really sturdy. And so I folded them into sort of like deep envelopes because I want to use these images on the back sides of the envelopes, or front, I guess. And I'm just chopping them down a little bit to make them fit onto the envelopes a little bit more, and gluing them down. And then before I seal the envelope closed, I'm going to go back and stitch around the image and then seal the envelope along the sides so it stays closed. So, and I think they turned out really cute. Oh, and I'll add a little bit of trim on the backs as well, little ruffle, really cute. So I'm really happy to see my pile of scraps is whittling away. So for this one, I layered 2 pieces of my copy paper, and then I just layered a little bit of gift wrapping paper on top of that. And I'm just going to make a cute little, like, sort of like coin envelope pocket. And this is going to, it actually turns out to be the perfect size pocket for the first tag that I made. So that was kind of neat. And I'm just going to finish decorating this a little bit. Doesn't need very much. And then this little piece will be done as well. Moving on through these scraps, and I'm just really stretching my brain now to try and think of things that I can do with these last few little pieces. And I just wanted to talk really quickly and briefly about the COPA issues. I've gotten a few questions from people asking me what I plan to do for this, and I haven't really made a full decision on it yet. I am still kind of just taking it kind of slow and not trying to have like a knee-jerk reaction, and just try and get as much information as I can about this before everything goes fully into effect. And so once I do have that kind of figured out in my head of what I'll do, you will or won't see the changes depending on what the regulations are on my channel. So that's my little piece on that, and I won't really go much further into it because there are already a lot of videos about this. So if you don't know about it already, just keep your eyes open, and there's tons of videos online that you can search, and you can also sign some petitions and give your feedback to the FTC. So as you can see, this little white strip that I'm gluing the photo down on, this is the last scrap of any significance that I can use to make something out of. So yay, I did it. Able to get all of those little offcuts used and put into something that's a little bit more useful and a lot more pretty. And at the last minute, I decided to pop a little simple writing notebook kind of journal in this little goodie bag for her. So I'm just coming in with a little bit of coffee stain paper and some other little offcut papers and some of the papers from the scrapbook pad that I've been using. And I'm just making a simple little notebook that I hope she'll be able to use maybe this December. So now that the little journal is all put together, the last thing that I wanted to make was an envelope to put all these little goodies in. So I'm using one of those papers that come in these paper pads that we like to buy with the big word smack dab in the center. And like, what do I do with these pages? They're really cool to make like envelopes out of if you're giving a little gift and you want to put them all in a little goodie bag like this. Super simple and easy to make. And as you can see, I can just tuck everything right on in there, and I'm going to just turn it around and do a few little finishing touches on the front, and then this little piece will be ready to ship off. So I hope that she enjoys what's inside of here, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Thank you again to TaylorMadeJournals for these really cute vintage photo images, and that is going to wrap it up for me for now. Be sure to stay tuned because you never know what direction this odd flock of ours is heading into. And until next time, toodaloo.